The story you are about to see has not happened yet.
Since the beginning of time,
New strain of virus.
man has been at odds with the forces of
Remarkable,
nature.
isn't it?
One.
It's gotten out of control.
His jetpack acting like a miniature rocket.
Any control right away. Communicating with us in the language of cybernetics.
Like that.
Where yesterday meets tomorrow. Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Truman Bradley. Charting the forces of nature is a complex job, requiring the talents of men and intricate machinery. Like this radio sonde, used by meteorologists to record vital information necessary in the forecasting and recording of weather. This lightweight instrument, released by balloon or dropped from aircraft, transmits air pressure, temperature, and humidity by means of ultra-high frequency radio signals. Instruments such as this enable meteorologists to keep one step ahead of nature, and sometimes that step is the difference between life and death. This instrument here enables scientists to observe weather conditions in a capsule. Right now, the whirlpool of a hurricane is forming. Science believes that the day will come when mankind will be in position to control the forces of nature, turn on a rainstorm and stop it at will, and harness the winds. But that's tomorrow. The story we are about to bring you, a tale of fiction, takes place today.
Sounds pretty good to me.
This is great, Dion. Let's do the next song.
You're on. And while I've got a few minutes, let me tell you about a very special phone service called the Psychic Friends Network, which was introduced on a TV show about psychic phenomena. Linda Georgian, a friend and a psychic, has helped me and many others. It was Linda who created the Psychic Friends Network so that you can get expert psychic advice right over the telephone. Just by dialing the number on your screen, you'll be connected to a professional psychic who cares about your future. Callers to the network have been impressed.
I had a great time. Hey, you're talking to someone, they're giving you their undivided attention, and they're making a lot of sense.
My psychic guided me to one of the best fishing trips we ever had.
So if you're wondering about anything, no matter how big or small, call the Psychic Friends Network today. All it takes is a telephone and an open mind, and you won't be disappointed.
Must be 18 to call, $3.99 per minute.
You're watching Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Action!
Houston, we have a problem.
We never lost an American in space. We're sure as hell not going to lose one on my watch.
The Making of Apollo 13, hosted by Sally Ride, tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern.
The time, 3:55 on a September afternoon. The place, Miami, Florida. Temperature, 78. Temperature of the ocean, 67 degrees. Perfect for swimming and fishing. The day was just like an ordinary day, but not quite.
Weather Bureau, Tyler.
Yes, ma'am. Fair today and Thursday, no change in temperature. Moderate southwest winds. Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
Oh, hi, Jim. How's it going?
Oh, fine, Chief. If it doesn't rain.
Well, I'm having dinner with Professor Fredericks tonight. You'll be happy to know you haven't forgotten everything you learned in his meteorology class.
Well, remember me to the professor. Tell him Hurricane Tyler sends his regards.
Oh, why the hurricane?
Oh, he gave me the nickname. I used to be fascinated with hurricanes. Used to bother him with millions of questions.
Oh, hi, Julie. Weather genius hard at work. Hello, Bobby. Will you excuse me? I'm in kind of a hurry.
Bye, Walter.
Okay, goodbye.
Hi, Pop.
Hi. Been shopping?
Mm-hmm. Things for Bobby's camping trip with the Scouts. He wanted to stop in and say goodbye.
Oh, that's right. Tonight's the big adventure, huh?
I got a key new sleeping bag. It's in the car. Want to see it?
I'll see it tomorrow night. You'll be home by then, won't you?
Yeah, we should be home by dinner time.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better night for it. The weather's just about perfect. I'm glad you stopped by, because I've got something for you right over here. You wouldn't like to take that along with you, would you?
Your compass?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, Pop. That'd be swell. Thanks a lot. But say, Pop, isn't there something you forgot?
You wouldn't have to mean that dollar I promised you, would you?
Well, yeah.
All right. Sure that'll be enough?
Oh, sure. Thanks.
What time will you be home tonight, honey?
Oh, about 9. Well, now listen, you have a good time and stay out of trouble, will you?
I will. Hey, aren't you going to chance the teletype messages? Might be important.
Yeah, sure, Bobby.
You're raising a future meteorologist, whether you like it or not.
I like it.
Well, bye-bye.
Bye. See you soon. Important is right. Well, give me the line of the 53rd Air Squadron, please.
Recon 34 to 53rd. Recon 34 to 53rd. You read me?
Affirmative. What is your position?
23 degrees, 11 minutes north, 65 degrees, 37 minutes west. Cyclonic cloud confirmation just observed.
Have you taken any readings?
Yes, sir. Radar and radio sonde. We get a barometric pressure of 2730. Rotary speed of wind estimated at 200 miles per hour around the fringe of the eye.
200 miles per hour. There must be some mistake. Have you allowed for all instrument correction?
Affirmative. No mistake, sir. We've double-checked. It's a big one.
And it came from out of nowhere. Any progressive speed?
Nothing serious, sir. Just seems to be hovering over one place. No particular direction. It's that rotary speed that's got me worried, Colonel.
Have you enough fuel left to attempt a penetration?
Negative. And we're running out of daylight, too, Colonel.
All right, you better come back in, then. If necessary, we'll run a penetration in the morning. Over and out.
Roger. Recon 34 out.
Sergeant, contact Swan Island. Have them put a radar fix on that storm and give us periodic reports.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, get that information on the chart. I've got to call Tyler.
Yes, sir. 53rd Recon to Swan Island.
Weather Bureau, Tyler. Oh, yes, Colonel. Over 200 miles per hour. Are you sure, Colonel? There must be some mistake. I've never heard of a hurricane with a rotary speed that high. Well, the record's only close to 90.
I know it doesn't make much sense, Tyler, but there it is. There's no mistake.
Well, what's position? Yes, I've got it. There's no progressive speed as yet, huh?
No, but it's not likely to stay in one place for long. So you better get a hold of Bronson in case this thing gets moving.
Right away, thanks. Well, get me Mr. Bronson at the Palms Hotel. He's with Professor Fredericks. And I'm calling my home. Cut in on me as soon as you get Mr. Bronson. Julie, listen, honey, and listen close. There's a hurricane brewing off the coast. Don't let Bobby go on that camping trip.
But, Jim, they've already gone. Yes, quite a while ago.
Well, then they've got to be stopped. No, darling, I can't leave here. You'll have to try. They can't go into those woods tonight.
Well, the scoutmaster had a few other boys to pick up. Yes, I'll try Tim Ryan's mother right away. But, Jim, this isn't like you. Is it that serious?
Now, do as I say and let me know the minute you have word. Yes, right. I'll be here. Have you located Mr. Bronson yet? Yes, but hurry.
What's all this nonsense about a hurricane with a velocity of 200 miles an hour?
Take a look, Professor.
Well, neat job of tracing isobars. Looks as though all my efforts weren't wasted on you after all.
Yes, sir.
What's the ocean wave frequency report, then?
6 per minute. There's been a steady rise in the tide. Swan Island's got a radar fix, no progressive speed as yet. What do you think, Professor? How did this one get started?
At this moment, I can only guess. It's from the SS Harvest. She was caught in the outer wall of the storm. The radio went dead. She just got it repaired. She reports a tremendous explosion just prior to the formation of the cyclonic cloud. Give it to me, Walter.
Could an explosion start a hurricane?
No. A hurricane of this magnitude expends kinetic energy at the rate of 500 trillion horsepower. The equivalent of several thousand fission bombs. We are facing something we do not understand. If I were in charge... You're in charge? I would advise the Navy to send a submarine with a team of scientists to the location of the reported explosion, make water tests, and have them analyzed. We must know what we're facing.
Will do.
Weather Bureau. Oh, Julie.
Jim, I've been trying to reach you. No, we're too late. I did that, honey. I went all the way down to the main highway. I couldn't find them.
Swan Island, sir. The hurricane started to move. Approximate progressive speeds 35 miles per hour northwest. That's right towards the mainland. Rotary speeds 250 miles. 250 miles? We'll have to issue hurricane warnings immediately, sir.
Call Miami. Have them get out storm warnings. Make arrangements for transmitting this information to the public.
Yes. How much time do we have, sir?
According to this report, 16 hours.
Think we can be ready for it, Colonel?
We better be, Lieutenant. It's our job.
This telecast is coming to you from your Weather Bureau. I am District Forecaster James Tyler. Now, please listen and listen carefully. A hurricane of unprecedented magnitude is approaching our shores. Now, in badly exposed locations near the coast, evacuation to higher ground will be necessary. Supplies and emergency light in the event of power failure are being readied for use. Windows must be boarded. All loose objects taken inside. Those of you who live in inadequate homes will be directed to public buildings and storm shelters. Now, here in the Weather Bureau, we are in constant touch with stations throughout the country. Reports are being received every minute and are decoded for entry on maps and charts. Our switchboards are flooded with calls, so please have patience. We will attempt to answer all your questions as soon as we can. Stay in your homes and obey police and other authorized persons who will help you carry out the instructions I have given you. I repeat, there is danger, but no cause for panic. You have plenty of time to prepare for the hurricane. Please stay tuned to this station for further reports and instructions. I'll be back again in 15 minutes. Julie.
Have you heard anything?
Well, the Highway Patrol is looking for them. Colonel Stewart notified the Air Rescue Service. They're sending a helicopter out to look for the boys. You shouldn't have come here.
I'm sorry, Jim, but I was going out of my mind at home all alone and not knowing anything. I made some sandwiches.
What time have you got, Lieutenant?
0100, sir.
You get anything on the radar screen?
No, sir, but it won't be long. Swan Island reported the hurricane's progressive speed is now 50 miles an hour, maintaining a steady course toward the mainland.
Being out in a hurricane like this can be certain death.
Certain death?
Why, I'm sorry, Mrs. Tyler. I spoke without thinking.
Easy, honey. It'll be light soon. The copters will find them. The hurricane's still 9 hours away.
Jim, we've got to find those boys. We've got to find them.
My owner works, and we leave the house at 7 in the morning and rarely get home before 5. And that's not sitting in parking lots. That's on the road, chugging and jiving and picking up the kids. And we drop things off, and thankfully, we use Chevron with Techron. It helps keep my intake valves clean and my emissions low. In car talk, that's big stuff.
Nothing cleans your engine better than new Chevron gasoline with Techron. Chevron, simply smarter.
One magazine speaks to the sailor, sailing world. Learn how to maneuver small boats in tight quarters and large ones where inches count. Read about major regattas like the America's Cup and the latest developments in professional sailing.
Guys ready?
If you want to improve your sailing performance, you should read Sailing World too.
Call 800-652-4242. Subscribe now and get 12 issues of Sailing World for only $12. Order now.
When life becomes a battleground, your mind is your best weapon. What keeps you from using your mind's potential? What causes unexplained fears and pain? Shattered relationships, lost opportunities? Does it sometimes seem that there's a hidden enemy working against you? There is. It's called the reactive mind. It works against you in life, preventing you from using your full intelligence and ability. The reactive mind is the source of all of your unwanted emotions, self-doubt, and nightmares. There's only one way to get rid of it. Dianetics. Get it, read it, use it, and learn how to free your full potential. Dianetics. Get your copy now, wherever paperbacks are sold, or call 1-800-213-8700.
During the night, the hurricane increased in velocity. The explosion that started the hurricane remained a mystery. B-29s equipped with movie cameras were ready to fly into the hurricane and measure its direction and intensity. In the meanwhile, a submarine was speeding to the birthplace of the storm with a team of scientists on board.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to better understand the danger that is facing us, we are bringing you an actual on-the-spot filmed record of the Air Force reconnaissance planes penetrating the hurricane's eye. Now, the planes landed 45 minutes ago. The film was developed in 20 minutes, and the next picture you see will be that of the hurricane hunters flying over the Atlantic. I will try to explain simply what is happening on the screen.
Can you see all right, Mrs. Tyler?
The hurricane hunters, flying at an approximate altitude of 11,000 feet, have started the penetration. As you can see, the turbulence has caught hold of the plane. The aircraft commander reports great stress on his plane. The wind velocity is increasing. The planes are fighting their way through the outer wall of the raging storm. The rotary speed of hurricane is tremendous. The ships have now entered the oppressive calm of the eye itself. The pilot reports that a coliseum of clouds spirals 50,000 feet around the eye. And down below, around the edge of the eye, the sea is a cauldron of gigantic, smashing waves. Preparations are being made within the aircraft to release a drop-sound balloon. These balloons transmit radio signals, which decoded give humidity, air temperature, and barometric pressure. This information is relayed to Air Force Weather Reconnaissance Office. The reports from the eye of the hurricane are alarming. Vortex temperature, 86 degrees. Aggressive speed, now 70 miles per hour. Keep tuned to this station for further announcements.
Lieutenant, get air rescue through Miami Control. Tell them if they're going to find those boys, they'll have to do it fast. They haven't got much time.
Yes, sir.
Danger to your property can be kept to a minimum if you obey instructions. Take shelter. Do not attempt to go outside until you're notified that it's safe.
I realize we haven't much time, but we're still hoping, sir. Air rescue out.
Why haven't we got some word? Why haven't they found the boys?
Please, Julie. Any change in the hurricane's direction, Chief?
Still headed straight for the mainland, Jim.
You were my teacher. When my father-in-law wanted me to go on business, I came to you for advice. You said the future belongs to science. Well, where is science now? Where did this hurricane come from? What can we do? What can science do to fight it? Nothing.
You're wrong. Science told us it was coming. Science enabled us to warn the people. The flying labs, the radio sondes, they're all science. And for the first time in the history of the world, we can observe a hurricane at close range.
But we don't know how to fight it.
Well, I've seen many miracles come to pass in my time. Radio, television, rockets, jet planes, atomic engines. 10 years from now, we'll have weapons, guided missiles with atomic warheads that will explode in the eyes of a hurricane, dissipating the greatest of these winds. 10 years from now, we'll know how to make rain, stop rain, and harness the power of the great winds.
What we need is a miracle.
That's what I'm praying for.
Colonel Stewart's orders. Due to increased winds, abandon search. Return to base immediately. Over. Air Rescue. This is 53rd Recon. Acknowledge.
Air Rescue to 53rd Recon. Request 10 more minutes flight time. I'm positive we'll be safe that long. Over.
Lieutenant, this is Colonel Stewart. Request denied. Return to base immediately. Hurricane too close for safety. Over.
Well out. Roger. Air Rescue returning to base.
The boys must have taken shelter. If they were in the open, Air Rescue would have spotted them.
I know, Jim. But it seems like we should be doing something. There must be something we can do.
Just believe, Julie. Believe that Bobby's safe. There's nothing more we can do.
Hey, here's a hopeful thing, Julie. There's a high-pressure system moving down across the state.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, it could change the whole course of the hurricane. Force it into a low-pressure area in the Atlantic.
Are you sure?
No, Julie, I just said it could.
Oh, Jim.
Maybe.
She's changing direction.
High-pressure system is pushing that hurricane right out to sea.
Shall I notify the Weather Bureau, sir?
Yes, but tell them not to relax hurricane warnings. We're still going to be hit by the outer wall of that hurricane.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weather news we are about to bring you is not all bad. The full force of the hurricane will not reach our shores. The vortex is turning back to the ocean, and only the outer wall of the storm will hit us. The danger to life and property is much less than we had expected. Your local TV station has placed cameras in strategic areas for you to see the fringe of the hurricane force.
The hurricane had come and gone, but due to the combined efforts of men of the United States Weather Bureau and United States Air Force Air Weather Service reconnaissance, casualties and property damage were kept at a minimum.
Here, honey, you drink this and try to relax. I'm sure Bobby's all right now. He's all right.
Mom, Pop! Oh, God, you're safe. Mom, what are you afraid about?
Well, we were worried, son, not knowing if you were safe.
Gosh, me and the scoutmaster knew from the Sierra Shield clouds that a hurricane was on the way, Pop. We found a cave and got all the kids inside and stayed till it was over.
Then the other boys are safe, too?
Sure, they're fine. Darned hurricane kind of spoiled our hike, though.
Well, there'll be others, Bobby. Hikes, I mean.
I'll get it.
Mom, you should never worry about me. I'm a Boy Scout. Everybody knows a Scout's always prepared.
Yes. Yes, Colonel, and thanks. And the report we've been waiting for just came through. The radiologist who examined the ocean water when the vortex was formed found traces of metal vapor. He made a lot of tests. I'm pretty sure the hurricane was caused by a meteorite from outer space.
Gosh.
Atmospheric conditions caused by the speed of the meteorite generated the storm. Must have been a big one. Falling in a populated area, it could have wiped out a big city.
Just try to outguess nature. Probably wouldn't happen like that again in a million years.
Pretty hard to explain, isn't it?
Science is full of surprises, son. We'll study for years, assemble a mountain of facts and theories on one given subject. Then just when we think we have it all figured out, a fragment from the unknown may change everything around us when it's least expected.
I'll get it. Weather Bureau. Yes, ma'am. Clear tonight and tomorrow, a little change in temperature, moderate southwest winds. Yes, ma'am. The weather's going to be fine.
Sure, Pop, if it doesn't rain.
The nightmare over, and in a week, forgotten. But science remembers and closely watches everything that is in the sky. Everything around us may influence the world we live in. The story we told you was fiction. But giant meteors, dangerous hurricanes, are hard fact. And the work of the hurricane hunters is history. I'll be back with you in just a moment.
Ah, I see a very large phone bill in your future.
Wait a minute. That's the old way. Why spend a fortune to get the guidance you need when you can speak with your own personal psychic for free?
A private reading for free?
Yes, a free private reading with a live psychic.
I didn't believe it at first, but it really is free.
She knew things that no one could possibly know.
Join the ASA membership club and receive a free psychic reading, free daily horoscope calls, free lucky numbers, and valuable free gifts.
It's the advice. I got the job that I was looking for, and it pays a lot more money.
I call for my horoscope every day, and it's free.
I called for my lucky numbers.
Oh, now I see you'll be saving so much money.
For amazingly accurate advice, join the ASA membership club. The first month is absolutely free.
Call 1-800-203-2144.
Make contact. Enter the Sci-Fi Channel universe on the World Wide Web. Connect with all things science fiction throughout the internet. The Dominion at sci-fi.com. You're watching Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
16 years ago, the Viking spacecraft took this amazing picture of the planet Mars. Do you see a face? NASA says you're seeing a trick of light and shadow. Science writer and former NASA consultant Richard C. Hoagland says NASA is hiding the truth. Now, for the first time, see and hear secrets about the existence of extraterrestrial life that have been guarded behind the closed doors of NASA. In the important video, The Monuments of Mars, A Terrestrial Connection. See the amazing similarity between this face on Mars and the ancient Sphinx in Egypt. Learn what connects this part of the Martian landscape called Cydonia and this countryside near England's mysterious Stonehenge. Hear and see other scientific evidence that we have been visited by beings from other worlds. Order The Monuments of Mars, A Terrestrial Connection, a 90-minute video for $19.95. Act now to receive your personal copy.
I hope you enjoyed our story. We'll be back with you a week from today with another exciting adventure from the world of fiction and science. Until then, this is your host, Truman Bradley, saying, see you next week.
You are watching the Sci-Fi Channel.
The story you are about to see has not happened yet.
Since the beginning of time,
New strain of virus.
man has been at odds with the forces of
Remarkable,
nature.
isn't it? Gotten out of control.
His jetpack acting like a miniature rocket. We control right away.
Communicating with us in the language of cybernetics.
Where yesterday meets tomorrow. Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Truman Bradley. I have here in this graduate a chemical liquid that is potentially as dangerous as the most powerful explosive yet devised by man. I say potentially because in its present form, this power is dormant. What is it like when it's unleashed? Well, let me give you a demonstration. This cylinder contains a small quantity of the same liquid. Let's call it liquid X for the moment. Now watch as I plug up the escape valve and then heat it over the Bunsen burner. As you saw, the liquid expanded to such a degree that it blew the strong metal cylinder to bits. Now, let's try the other extreme of temperature on liquid X. This is a container of liquid oxygen. It's an elementary law of physics that liquid oxygen will create temperatures of extreme cold. This cylinder also contains our mysterious liquid X. I shall immerse it into the liquid oxygen. This time, when freezing, liquid X expanded, and since there was no further room in the cylinder, the force and energy of liquid X exploded the strong metal. And now, let's try another test, a little more personal. Don't worry, it isn't poison, and it isn't going to blow me apart. You've probably guessed it. Our liquid X is plain water, scientifically known as H2O. Without it, life on this earth could not exist. And with a great deal more, our barren wastelands could be turned into a Garden of Eden. This is the theme of the story we're about to bring you. It hasn't happened yet, but let's hope that someday it will.
Rosetto Pasta announces the end of Tuesday as we know it. Monday starts the week. Friday's party time. Tuesday's not even a midpoint. It's dull. Save Tuesday with the Rosetto Pasta Rescue, RPR for short. Once your family tastes Rosetto ravioli with its ricotta, pecorino, and Parmesan cheeses spiced to perfection, they might actually like Tuesday because they'll get an authentic pasta dinner with the ease of boiling water. So mark your calendar. Rosetto every Tuesday. Comes around every week or so. Purchase required. Look in your freezer case.
America's favorite bad golfer is back.
That will go down as the greatest shot in golf history.
It's Leslie Nielsen's all-new Bad Golf My Way.
From now on, we are going to play normal, proper golf.
Call now to order Leslie Nielsen's Bad Golf My Way. It's not how you win, it's how the other guy loses.
Call now to order Leslie Nielsen's Bad Golf My Way. Call 1-800-652-4242.
You're watching Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Life is good. My show's a critical hit. Made a few top 10 lists. Got an Emmy nomination. I'm carrying USA Network, Coney. Yep, I'm holding all the cards. Yellow. Contract negotiations. What? What do you mean they're talking to Tom Arnold? Cornfed, you can quit your belly aching. We're going back to work.
There's no business like show business like no business I know.
Duckman on USA, Saturday night.
I'm Ben Kingsley. Join me as the Sci-Fi Channel takes you behind the scenes of the motion picture Species. Meet the actors, director, and special effects wizards who brought the science fiction shocker to life. Get a glimpse of the creature created by H.R. Giger, the designer of Alien. Don't miss Evolution of Species here on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Tomorrow at 6:30 p.m., 3:30 Pacific.
This is the setting of our story. The millions of acres of arid wastelands of our own Southwest. A blazing inferno of heat-drenched emptiness, unfit for even the meanest of God's creatures. The face of our continent has been changed mightily by man's scientific progress, all except the desert. There, science has seemingly met its master.
Now, we're going to have to wait a while, mister.
So I see. This would be a miserable place to really get stuck.
Oh, it all depends on how you look at it. Me, I like the desert. Wouldn't live anywhere else.
What do you do around here for a living?
Oh, taxi tourists like yourself. Run a few errands, a little prospecting. Used to run errands for Doc Dunlap. Guess that's why you're here, huh? Thinking of buying his ranch?
Buying it? I didn't even know he had it up for sale. No, I'm just here for a visit with him.
Visit? With Doc Dunlap? Mean to say you don't know what happened?
What do you mean?
Doc Dunlap got himself killed last week. Guess you didn't hear, huh?
Killed?
Yeah.
Well, that's impossible. I've got a wire here from him. It's dated 2 days ago. And it's signed John Dunlap.
That's a new one on me. I never heard of a corpse sending telegrams. But he's dead, all right. I seen his death certificate.
But I don't understand it. Let's get on to the ranch.
Well, okay, I guess we can chance it. Ain't much to look at, huh? But then this ain't the spot for no fancy houses. Nice and lonely, though, if you got a hankering to do something you don't want folks to know about. It's Conway.
Didn't I tell you I was going to pick up Dr. Brooks?
The plane was a whole hour early, Mr. Conway. Wasn't it, mister? Honest, I thought we'd meet you on the way back.
You're a liar. You thought you had a soft touch, that's all. I'm warning you, Charlie. You pull anything like this again, you're going to be in real trouble. Now, go on, get out of here.
Well, the man's telling the truth. The plane was a little early. Here you are, Charlie.
Thank you, mister.
I'm certainly sorry to meet you like this, Dr. Brooks. It's just that Charlie's an old crook. He takes advantage of strangers. My name is Norman Conway.
How do you do? Did I understand you to say that you were going to meet me at the airport?
Yes, I guess I should explain. You see, I was Joe Dunlap's closest neighbor. My ranch is about 20 miles from here. Also, I guess his best friend next to yourself. Sheila asked me to pick you up.
Sheila? Is she here?
She certainly is, right inside. Come on, Dr. Brooks.
Hello, David.
Hello, Sheila. The man that drove me out here said... Well, he told me that John had been killed.
Oh, yes? Well, that's right. You didn't know, did you? It was a terrible thing, Doctor. An explosion during one of his experiments. Happened right out here in the desert about 30 miles from here, 8 days ago. At the inquest, it was decided that some of the chemicals and stuff he was working with must have exploded accidentally. An awful, tragic thing. Sheila and I'll explain why we sent for you, but first let's get you settled, huh? There's a little guest house right out in back. John used to use it for a lab. You ought to feel right at home there.
You sent that wire to me, didn't you? Signing John's name to it.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You wouldn't have come if I'd signed mine.
I don't know what your reasons were, Sheila, and I don't care. I'm leaving as soon as I can get out of here.
I won't beg, David. You know me better than that. I just think it'd be worth your while to stay, that's all. You'll be paid very well for no more than 2 or 3 weeks' work. Norman and I'll guarantee you $25,000.
20? That's a lot of money, Sheila. Almost 5 times what an assistant professor would make in a whole year. But it doesn't impress me.
There's something that might. The work John was doing before he died.
I know all about it. He wrote me 3 months ago, explaining everything in detail. He also said that you'd walked out on him, gone back to New York.
He wasn't getting anywhere. Besides, his grant hadn't been renewed, money was running out, and I was fed up. I was wrong.
Why did you come back, Sheila, after he was dead? To collect the spoils?
I came back a week after I left. With these.
Pawn tickets?
$3,000 worth. My furs, jewelry, whatever else I could pawn.
You must have considered John's process a sound investment.
David, I think it can work with your help.
There's a saying, something about once bitten, twice shy. It's a cliche, but it expresses my feelings very clearly.
Okay. Okay, so I walked out on you 10 years ago. I'm not going to tell you I'm sorry I brushed you off to marry John, and I won't deny I did it because he was making more money than you. I was wrong more than once. David, I sent you that wire because there was a chance for all of us to make money.
A lot of money, Doctor. An awful lot of money.
No, I'm not interested, I said. Well, how can I get transportation back to town?
Back to town? You're not going to leave us. We need you. Didn't Sheila explain everything?
It wouldn't matter.
I'll tell you what, let me explain it during supper. Wait a minute. If after that you're still not satisfied, I'll take you back to town myself. Is that a deal?
All right. I'll stay. For supper.
Come here a second, Jay. It's beautiful, isn't it? I don't think I know anything more beautiful than the desert at night. That land out there. 100,000 acres of it. And it's dead land. White, beautiful, and valueless. Think what it would mean, not only to us, but to the whole world. If a way could be found to produce water on every desert in the world. You're a scientist, Dave. You have a credo. And you wouldn't be doing this just selfishly. You'd be doing it for all mankind. All you have to do is finish up John's experiments. Get them in shape to send them to the patent office. All the preliminary work's already been done.
Just how do you fit into this, Mr. Conway?
I sold him a 50% share in the process after John's death.
Why?
Well, after Sheila's money ran out, I was loaning money to John for equipment and experiments. I've got quite an investment. He promised me a fair share for my help.
Well, perhaps another scientist in my field could help you out, Mr. Conway.
Next to Dunlap, you're the best in the field. I've checked. We'll even cut you in for 10%.
I'm not interested. If you'd be kind enough to get your Jeep, I'll get my bags.
Norman, wait a minute. Let me talk to him. Let me try once more.
You better do more than try. After all, it was your idea to get him up here in the first place.
Now you're acting stupid. David, you can hate me as much as you want, but John was your friend. Don't you want to see his plan succeed? Wait a minute. Here. Here, look at these. I can't read them, but he told me that after 8 years' work, everything finally clicked. He was on the right track.
Kept his notes in Latin, just like college. I'd like to look this notebook over.
All right.
I'm not making any promises, but I'll make up my mind after I've looked at the notebook.
You won't be bothered. I promise you.
How is everything?
Okay, I think. At least his light was on all night. I think he was going over John's notes.
Wonderful. I've got to hand it to you, honey. You've really saved the day. What's the matter, sweetheart?
I'm not your sweetheart, Norman, and my husband's only been dead a week. Let's keep this straight business, okay?
Okay. Morning, Dave. How'd you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. Conway, did you tell me you found John after the explosion?
That's right. I was on my way over here to visit him. Why?
I'd just like to have a look at the spot where you found him. It might have some bearing on the aqua crystallization.
All right. I'll drive you out there anytime you want to go.
Fine. How about right now?
Let's go.
Yeah, this is it. This is the exact spot where I found it.
Morning, fellas. Anything wrong?
Charlie, you're being nosy again.
Well, I just thought you might need some help.
Well, we don't need any help from you. Now go on, get out of here. We're busy. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
No, it looks like a wild goose chase. Let's get on back to the ranch.
Okay.
What do you see?
Different colors of grains of sand.
I scooped this up from the spot where John was supposedly killed. You see, the main component in John's process is the element tritium. After an explosion, traces of it would have remained in the sand and shown up under analysis. They did not. The explosion did not take place in the spot where Conway said it did.
But he wouldn't lie. He was a friend of ours.
Something else, Sheila. John's notes indicate that he took extraordinary precaution against explosion.
What do you mean?
I think he was murdered.
I see a very large phone bill in your future.
Wait a minute. That's the old way. Why spend a fortune to get the guidance you need when you can speak with your own personal psychic for free?
A private reading for free?
Yes, a free private reading with a live psychic.
I didn't believe it at first, but it really is free.
She knew things that no one could possibly know.
Join the ASA membership club and receive a free psychic reading, free daily horoscope calls, free lucky numbers, and valuable free gifts.
It's the advice. I got the job that I was looking for, and it pays a lot more money.
I call for my horoscope every day, and it's free.
I called for my lucky numbers.
Oh, now I see you'll be saving so much money.
For amazingly accurate advice, join the ASA membership club. The first month is absolutely free.
Call 1-800-203-2144.
You've busted your back, you've nearly drowned yourself, and your car wash is still hit or miss. Next time, use a Shawala. A Shawala wash is the fastest, easiest, most thorough car wash there is. The giant washing surface cleans your entire car in no time, with the same type of material used in professional brushless car washes. So tough, it's virtually indestructible. And look, it would take all these ordinary sponges to equal the surface washing area of one Shawala. Nothing can hold more soap. Have a van? Then you've gotta have a Shawala. No climbing, no straining. The extra long handle reaches even the highest vehicle. Cleans wheels and tires in seconds. There's never been a better wash than a Shawala wash. It's only $19.95, so order yours now.
Call toll-free 1-800-652-4242. That's 1-800-652-4242. Or send $19.95 plus shipping to Shawala, P.O. Box 4951, Omaha, Nebraska. Call now.
Dr. Brooks had formulated a theory concerning his friend's death. But scientists are taught that theories must be made facts before they can reach definite conclusions. The key to everything was the aqua crystallization process. David was certain that if he could recreate Dr. Dunlap's last experiment, he could also uncover the secret behind Dunlap's death.
to you, Charlie.
Excuse me for sneaking in like this, but Conway's in the house and Mrs. Dunlap. I was afraid if I knocked on your door, they might hear me.
So what is it, Charlie? I'm busy.
It's about your friend, Doc Dunlap.
Yes, what about him?
Well, that spot Conway was showing you the other day, where he said the explosion happened.
Yeah?
After I saw you out there, I got to thinking about something that happened the day Doc Dunlap got himself killed.
Go on.
I was out prospecting that day. I saw Conway, and he was headed down from a different direction from what he said at the inquest.
Well, that doesn't prove anything, does it?
Yeah. I ain't finished yet. He was traveling fast over the desert. Something bounced out of the back of his Jeep. I picked it up.
Mister, aren't you jumping to conclusions?
But his notes indicate that he took every possible precaution against danger. You can see how that heavy gauge steel is bent.
What do you think did it?
Dynamite. Is it necessary to have a permit around here to explode dynamite?
Sure is. Issued them myself. Why?
Would you know if a Norman Conway purchased a fairly large amount of dynamite about the time that Dunlap was killed?
As a matter of fact, he did. Why?
So that's how he killed Dunlap. He set off his own explosion after Dunlap had completed his.
Norm Conway's been buying dynamite off and on for years. So have 9/10 of the other people around here. They use it in prospecting. I'm afraid I can't arrest a man on that kind of evidence.
Well, did you get the cobwebs out of the brain?
Yes, I did. And I think I've got good news for you. I think I've solved the last of the problems.
You mean you recreated John's last experiment?
If you come in the lab in about a half an hour, I'll be ready with a demonstration. Oh, by the way, here are your keys.
Thanks. That's wonderful, Dave. Wonderful.
David set up some apparatus on the counter. Then he emptied the tritium from the jar and replaced it with ordinary table salt. He was all ready now.
This small container of tritium is capable, under very carefully controlled conditions, of being exploded, then reconstituted into a tremendous flow of water. Now, let me demonstrate on a small scale. First, we pour the tritium into the beaker. Now, the tube leads to the liquid oxygen. Our purpose is to mix the liquid oxygen with the tritium in exactly the right proportion. This is the most dangerous part.
Aren't you using too much tritium?
It's quite all right. It's perfectly safe. Go ahead, open the petcock, Norman.
We could be killed.
Well, you retained me as an expert.
You must be crazy. You're using too much tritium.
You seem to know an awful lot about this invention, Mr. Conway. You didn't by any chance know that John was very near a successful conclusion, did you? Of course you did. You also knew that anyone with John's notes could have finished the experiment and gotten patent rights. But you wanted them for yourself. And you wanted Sheila. It wasn't tritium that killed John Dunlap. It was dynamite.
You must be crazy.
You asked for a demonstration. Here it is, mister.
Don't touch that! Don't move.
The desert was their only hope, but at best, it was a forlorn one.
I've got to get out of the sun. Come on.
Sheila, it's water. This must be the place John set off the explosion. It's water.
No. It's a mirage.
No. It's his experiment. It worked. Come on. must be Conway. Let's get out of here.
I see you, Brooks.
Are you all right?
Yeah. All right, get up. Put your hands behind your head. You wanted everything for yourself, Conway. So you'll pay for it with everything you got. That includes your life, mister.
Someday man will be able to produce water chemically in a practical way. And then the 1/5 of the Earth's area that today is desert will be turned into productive use, ending starvation and famine forever. It hasn't happened yet, but it could. I'll be back in just a moment.
Now you can feel good about giving them pizza whenever they want. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Pizza Bagel Bites. Bite-sized pizzas on wholesome little bagels. Hey, pizza at noontime, pizza at the schooltime, pizza by the tube is so fine. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Pizza Bagel Bites. Pizza whenever you want it.
Make contact. Enter the Sci-Fi Channel universe on the World Wide Web. Connect with all things science fiction throughout the internet. The Dominion at sci-fi.com. You're watching Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Do you want to make more money? Sure, we all do. So call this toll-free number to find out how easy it is to train at home for a better career. At ICS, more than 10 million men and women have prepared for new careers without setting foot inside a classroom. And now at home in your spare time, you can get your diploma or your degree. Choose from any one of these courses: high school, TV, VCR repair, computer programming, auto mechanics, bookkeeping, learning the personal computer, electrician, legal assistant, animal care specialist, interior decorating, child daycare, medical office assistant, computer-assisted bookkeeping, small business management, conservation, catering and gourmet cooking, electronics, air conditioning repair, drafting, hotel restaurant management, fitness and nutrition, PC repair, or get your degree. You can major in business management or accounting. Call this ICS toll-free number and we'll send you one of these exciting career packs, absolutely free, with all the information you need. Your career pack explains how easy it is to study at home, tells you about the many success stories of other people just like yourself who trained through ICS and got better jobs. Here are those courses again, so call today for free information.
Call now for the free information Sally Struthers spoke about. Then decide if you want to train at home for a better career to make more money or advance in your present job. Call 1-800-203-2500. Operators are on duty now to send you free information by return mail. Choose any one of these exciting careers. That's 1-800-203-2500. Call now.
I hope you enjoyed our story. We'll be back with you a week from today with another exciting adventure from the world of fiction and science. Until then, this is your host, Truman Bradley, saying, see you next week.
You are watching the Sci-Fi Channel.
The story you are about to see has not happened yet.
Since the beginning of time,
New strain of virus.
man has been at odds with the forces of
Remarkable,
nature.
isn't it? Seems to have gotten out of control.
his jetpack acting like a miniature rocket. In control right away. Communicating with us in the language of cybernetics.
Where yesterday meets tomorrow. Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
The story you are about to see hasn't happened yet. It will happen when men such as these leave their families and journey to the stars. They will use the most complex equipment science has yet devised. Yet their success or failure may depend on the simplest tool or the simplest emotion. This is the story of an expedition to outer space and the drama of the men who made it.
I see a very large phone bill in your future.
Wait a minute. That's the old way. Why spend a fortune to get the guidance you need when you can speak with your own personal psychic for free?
A private reading for free?
Yes, a free private reading with a live psychic.
I didn't believe it at first, but it really is free.
She knew things that no one could possibly know.
Join the ASA membership club and receive a free psychic reading, free daily horoscope calls, free lucky numbers, and valuable free gifts.
It's the advice. I got the job that I was looking for, and it pays a lot more money.
I call for my horoscope every day, and it's free.
I called for my lucky numbers.
Oh, now I see you'll be saving so much money.
For amazingly accurate advice, join the ASA membership club. The first month is absolutely free.
Call 1-800-203-2144.
The gateway to the world of science fiction on the internet. Catch it on the World Wide Web. The Sci-Fi Channel welcomes you to the edge. You're watching Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Fun, easy, inexpensive, and ingenious.
That's what coaches and experts say about Solo Tennis. Improves all tennis skills. Form, timing, speed, confidence, strength, and endurance.
How does it work?
Just hit the ball and Solo Tennis will return it to you every time.
Who can play?
Anyone of any age. Simple enough for a novice, yet challenging enough for an expert.
Where can you play?
Anywhere. No backboard or tennis court is needed. Solo Tennis is a fun, exciting game you can play anytime. Tennis USTA magazine says,
take full natural strokes and the ball comes back to you every time.
Inside Tennis magazine calls it
simple yet innovative.
Solo Tennis, called the best invention in 20 years by World Tennis magazine, is now available for only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. For fast delivery, just call the toll-free number on your screen. Solo Tennis comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Order yours today.
Today, racing history is being made. A match race between those two devil-may-care drivers, Speed McCauley and Slipstream Kelly. Tension is rising in the grandstand as these two great drivers come down to the finish line head and head.
Gee whiz, Dad, she calmed down.
Well, we'll just take care of that. Oh, boy, Johnny, wait till Pete finds out that you won.
Gee, Dad, don't tell him. He'll make me give him his car back. Since we fixed this thing, we'll try again, won't we, Dad?
I'm afraid not, son. The Colonel and I have to be going.
If you fixed it now, we could... But if you fixed it right away, Johnny and I could have a rematch tomorrow after school.
I said no, Jerry. In fact, I don't want you driving this car at all till I get back, okay?
Not even?
Not even. Promise?
Okay.
Okay, come on.
Okay, Johnny, you're the champ till Dad gets back from the moon.
After a successful flight from Earth, Colonel McCauley neared the moon with his important passengers, Dr. Prescott and Dr. Oren, whose projects held top priority in the space program.
Try now, man.
Yeah, that did it.
Moon base to Macaulay. We are tracking you at 13.08 degrees. Correct 2 degrees. Stand by to start landing procedure. Your landing pattern is set. We can bring you in right away.
Macaulay to moon base. 2 degrees, our readings checked. Starting landing procedure. Tell Colonel Adams his dinner for 4. Roast chicken, baked potato, sour cream with chives, please.
Coming right up, Colonel.
Coming right down, Colonel. Give me a check on our altitude reading.
Moon base to Macaulay. Altitude at...
What the blazes went wrong?
I don't know, sir. Moon base to Macaulay. Interference is blocking you. If you read me, switch to alternate wavelength. Continue landing pattern. Do you read me?
Macaulay to moon base. Macaulay to moon base, do you read me?
Let's hit full thrust and get out of here, Mac.
We're committed to land.
What's causing the disturbance, Colonel?
I don't know, Doctor. How we doing, Bob?
42 seconds to landing.
Crash landing, Colonel?
No, Doctor. Routine procedure. Routine landing.
Tell me something, Prescott. How'd you get that puzzle through clearance?
I told them it was essential equipment. The way it is. Keeps my hand steady. For surgery.
Stand by for landing.
Colonel? That was the observatory. They registered a solar electrical disturbance. A what? He said it could foul up our communications.
Communication broken. We're coming in blind. Bearing to...
Moon base to Macaulay.
You had it then.
It's gone, sir. Looks like they're going to overshoot.
He was committed for a landing. He can make it by himself. Lieutenant Demi, get a rescue squad standing by for an emergency landing. Yes, sir. Dinner for 4.
Increasing deceleration. Hitting retro rockets. 2, 4.
Setting down.
Let's hope it's on something solid. Bob, spare oxygen tank. We'll need it. Catch it. I got it. Come on, Prescott, hurry up. Just a minute. I need some of this equipment. Sorry, Doc. Carry only survival equipment. Let's go. Back the fuel tank's ripped. It's gonna blow. Head for those rocks, quick. Where are you going? I forgot my notebooks. Are you out of your mind? If you tore my spacesuit, I'd be dead now.
time I'll listen.
Well, sir, from the direction of the flash, the point of impact was over this mountain range, some 48 miles from the base. It's pretty rough terrain.
We better get that search party out there quick.
Yes, sir. Who's to be in charge of the search party, sir?
You.
The surface of the moon is a treacherous one. Its craters and crevices made the attempt to reach Moonbase a journey of terror for Macaulay and his men. 2 ranges of mountains had to be crossed before they would be able to make contact, if the men could survive the journey itself.
Mac? Some liquid must have spilled out when we hit. It's crystallized in the threads. It's sealed tight. We only had a wrench. We have. I got a wrench. I always carry one. Where? In my pocket, right here. Inside my spacesuit. Well, Colonel, how long do you think the oxygen we have in our tanks now will last us? I don't know. It's ironical. Our survival depends on an elementary tool like a wrench.
Las Vegas, a gambler's dream and a dreamer's paradise. They're all about to meet their worst nightmares.
Look out, Vegas. I'm taking over. What are you doing?
Leprechaun 3, the 3rd time's the charm. Now on home video rated R.
Warning, another dull Tuesday coming up. For your own sake, save it. Serve Rosetto pasta. Your family will get an authentic pasta dinner with the ease of boiling water. And your Tuesday dinner experience will change. Sibling rivalry will disappear. Telemarketers will stop calling. The dog will lie down with the cat. And a calm will descend as Rosetto's tender tortellini with its ricotta, romano, and Parmesan cheeses finds its mark. So get the Rosetto out of the freezer case. It works. It's been tested by people with mouths, and Tuesday could happen any minute now.
You're watching Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
When life becomes a battleground, your mind is your best weapon. What keeps you from using your mind's potential? What causes unexplained fears and pain? Shattered relationships, lost opportunities? Does it sometimes seem that there's a hidden enemy working against you? There is. It's called the reactive mind. It works against you in life, preventing you from using your full intelligence and ability. The reactive mind is the source of all of your unwanted emotions, self-doubt, and nightmares. There's only one way to get rid of it. Dianetics. Get it, read it, use it, and learn how to free your full potential. Dianetics. Get your copy now, wherever paperbacks are sold, or call 1-800-213-8700.
The wrench inside Kelly's spacesuit was the key to life and death. Life for the 3 men, but death in seconds for Kelly if he opened his spacesuit.
I have them for you, sir.
Colonel Adams to Earth Control. Inform General Whitley that our search party is out of range of contact. We won't know what they found until they get back on top of the crater in direct line with us.
Keep us informed.
Walk 4, rest 1. That's what I said. Been more than 4 this time. It's been exactly 4 hours. We'll rest right here. You all right, Doc? You know, and I used to go to Europe for our vacations. We'd travel all the way to Austria or Switzerland just to climb a mountain. So I guess I'll have to say I'm enjoying this.
You're all right. We're all doing fine.
Mac? We gotta know something. But we're gonna make it?
Sure we will.
You know what I mean. We're gonna have to open this extra tank.
We should get a rescue team pretty soon.
Come on, Mac. Be straight with me. Do you need it?
Macaulay, take a look here. If we don't open that cylinder, I'd say that Dr. Warren would be dead within 2 hours.
Isn't it time you dispense with sentimentality? 3 lives depend on our getting that oxygen.
I'll be the judge of that.
But Dr. Oren is invaluable in the space project.
And let him sleep.
Gentlemen, you're wasting a lot of oxygen arguing. Lieutenant! Yes, Sergeant. We've covered the whole area. I don't think anybody could live through this.
Tell the men we're heading back.
All right, men.
Sit down, Doc. Take it easy. Rest here. Half an hour, that's all.
I was wondering if this is moss. It's soft, like a damp quilt. It is damp. Anna, we can't sleep here. You'll catch your death of cold. A sleeping bag.
Doc, try and get some sleep, will you please?
I can hear water trickling down the walls. It sounds pretty. Very pretty. Very pretty.
I don't think you've met each other. This is Dr. David Onslow, Nobel Prize winner. Or maybe you don't recognize him. Or maybe you just don't know that lack of oxygen can permanently ruin a man's brain cells. So does opening a man's spacesuit.
Mac, you know we've missed the search party by now. Dr. Oren needs oxygen.
Shut off your transmitters, all of you. They're running out already. When we get to the top of the mountain, we'll need power to contact Moon Base. I said all of you. Prescott, turn off Dr. Oren's.
Sounds okay, I guess. Can't tell if it'll go, though. Why don't we have a test run? I'd sure like to try it, but why not? You remember, I promised Pop. Oh, yeah. Not till he gets back. But gee, Pop, you sure better hurry.
Each step Macaulay and the crew made called for endurance beyond any that man had ever needed. Desperately, they carried the one thing that stood between life and death, the cylinder of life-saving oxygen, but with no means of opening it and using it, unless one man would sacrifice his own life to save 3.
not sleep? Listen, Colonel, if anything happens to Dr. Oren, because you won't get that ranch, I'll hold you responsible. It's 3 lives against 1. Turn off your transmitter. Let's go.
Sir, Lieutenant Denny's coming in. They're up on the crater rim.
This is Lieutenant Denny. Search party to moon base. Denny to Colonel Adams. Do you read me?
We read you, Lieutenant.
We made a complete investigation of the wreck. I regret to report, sir, there are no survivors.
Having survived the hazards of their journey of terror, Macaulay and the men saw their goal. Moon Base was just a short distance below them, but beyond the limits of their oxygen supply.
This is Macaulay to moon base. This is Macaulay to moon base. Do you read me? Answer us. Answer us. This is Macaulay. Answer me. Why don't they hear us? Our transmitters are too weak. We can hear them. They can't hear us. Everybody stand up. Maybe they can see us. Bob?
To Macaulay, the wrench would always be a symbol of man's devotion. One man sacrificed his life that 3 men could live.
Mac, you better eat something. Yeah.
What's the matter?
I promised Pop.
He said it'd be okay, Jerry.
Did he say anything else, huh? Did he? I bet he asked you to tell me I'd better win.
He told me to tell you that what counts is how you play it along the way. And even if you don't finish, you still haven't lost. Okay, Jerry?
Okay.
On your mark! Get set! Go! Go, boy.
Well, as an older car, even though I've got a couple of scratches, it's nice to have the scratches clean. But, you know, every part of me has to be clean. And part of that is the inner workings of my my engine. But Chevron with Techron helps clean me and keep my emissions low, which is real important in my line of work, being a car.
Nothing cleans your engine better than new Chevron with Techron. Chevron, simply smarter.
Sounded pretty good to me.
It's great, Dion. Let's do the next song.
You're on. And while I've got a few minutes, let me tell you about a very special phone service called the Psychic Friends Network, which was introduced on a TV show about psychic phenomena. Linda Georgian, a friend and a psychic, has helped me and many others. It was Linda who created the Psychic Friends Network. so that you can get expert psychic advice right over the telephone. Just by dialing the number on your screen, you'll be connected to a professional psychic who cares about your future. Callers to the network have been impressed.
I had a great time. Hey, you're talking to someone, they're giving you their undivided attention, and they're making a lot of sense.
My psychic guided me to one of the best fishing trips we ever had.
So if you're wondering about anything, no matter how big or small, call the Psychic Friends Network today. All it takes is a telephone and an open mind, and you won't be disappointed.
Must be 18 to call, $3.99 per minute.
One magazine speaks to the sailor, sailing world. Learn how to maneuver small boats in tight quarters and large ones where inches count. Read about major regattas like the America's Cup and the latest developments in professional sailing.
Guys ready?
If you want to improve your sailing performance, you should read Sailing World too.
Call 800-652-4242. Subscribe now and get 12 issues of Sailing World for only $12. Order now.
I don't know what the hell that is. And I'm not sure I want to find out.
When the aliens get tough.
Cut the papa!
The tough get
Can you imagine these lovely creatures in the White House?
Mark Hamill stars in The Guyver, tomorrow at 4, 1 Pacific. It's all here, on air, online. CNET Central, an interactive showcase for computing and digital technology. Tune in and log on with Richard Hart for the latest in home computing.
We'll get into the details of how to get full access later.
New ideas, new technology. CNET Central, Sunday at 10:30, 7:30 Pacific.
Meet the real men of Apollo 13 on a special edition of Inside Space. Sunday at 9:30 p.m., 6:30 Pacific.
The story you are about to see has not happened yet.
Since the beginning of time,
New strain of virus.
man has been at odds with the forces of
Remarkable,
nature.
isn't it? Gotten out of control.
His jetpack acting like a miniature rocket.
In control right away. Communicating with us in the language of cybernetics.
Where yesterday meets tomorrow. Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Truman Bradley. And this, as you can plainly see, is a fire alarm. In case of fire, break glass. Well, I'm going to do just that. In a few minutes, 23 fire engines will converge on this place to fight a 3-alarm fire. Only, there isn't any fire.
I merely wanted to explain as graphically as possible what happens in the human body overpowered by spreading infection. An alarm goes out, and from everywhere in the human body, white corpuscles flock to the scene of the infection in order to fight and overpower it. This is nature's way of putting out the fire, or what we call physical adaptation. Now, for an actual demonstration. Nothing in this tank is there. Now, here's a highly adaptable little fellow. Close to, he looks like St. George's dragon. Actually, this is a chameleon, who not only is able to blend successfully with his immediate background, but also change colors from light green to dark brown. Now, here's a fellow who can do better than that. Notice he has two tails, one fully grown and a replacement. Try to catch this fellow by the tail and he'll leave it with you. It's easy for him. He can grow a new tail anytime. While fiction, the story we are about to tell is based on the actual scientific principle we call physical adaptation. It has to do with a human chameleon.
Sounds pretty good to me.
This is great, Dion. Let's do the next song.
You're on. And while I've got a few minutes, let me tell you about a very special phone service called the Psychic Friends Network, which was introduced on a TV show about psychic phenomena. Linda Georgian, a friend and a psychic, has helped me and many others. It was Linda who created the Psychic Friends Network so that you can get expert psychic advice right over the telephone. Just by dialing the number on your screen, you'll be connected to a professional psychic who cares about your future. Callers to the network have been impressed.
I had a great time. Hey, you're talking to someone, they're giving you their undivided attention, and they're making a lot of sense.
My psychic guided me to one of the best fishing trips we ever had.
So if you're wondering about anything, no matter how big or small, call the Psychic Friends Network today. All it takes is a telephone and an open mind, and you won't be disappointed.
Must be 18 to call, $3.99 per minute.
You're watching Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Duckman billed as one of the Wall Street Journal's top 10 shows to watch.
This guy's taking over. He's everywhere.
That's our Duckman. Saturday night on USA.
Children of the night, what music they make.
Master, you've come back.
I saw two red eyes staring at me. I felt breath on my face.
The Sci-Fi Channel. Welcome to the Edge. What's up, Doc?
Houston, Atlantis, we have captured.
Americans and Russians together again in space for the first time in 20 years. Join them when the Atlantis shuttle docks with the Mir space station on a special episode of Inside Space on the Sci-Fi Channel, Sunday at 10 a.m.
Our story begins in a great modern hospital in an outlying district of the city of New York, in the private office of Dr. Erwin Buck. Distinguished and dynamic head of this great hospital, not only an outstanding surgeon, but widely known for his sponsorship of research and advances in medical science.
Come in. Well? It's all very dramatic, Dr. Scott. You can come in now.
Well, Dr. Buck?
Well, what?
Well, she's walking, isn't she? She walked right in here. 1 week ago, she had a broken back. It's supposed to be incurable.
Yes, and just a short time before, you effected an instantaneous and almost miraculous cure on a rabid dog. And then there were the tubercular guinea pigs. I've seen them, all fat and flourishing.
Well, how about it?
Sorry, Dan. No people.
Why? Every one of my latest experiments proves that I've isolated an effective hormone.
Effective on lower animals.
Well, that's the whole point. Humans have the same adaptive abilities. It's simply that we've forgotten to use them and the lower animals haven't. You cut the wings off an insect and they grow right back.
Are you trying to tell me that if a man loses a leg, he can grow another?
I'm trying to tell you that from the common fruit fly, the most adaptive of all known living organisms, I have isolated a hormone. You know the adaptability of the fruit fly as well as I do.
I do know that the eye of the fruit fly has been bred from red to white under X-ray. I do not know that your hormone injected into the body of a man with one leg will cause him to grow another.
I don't make any such claim.
But you do claim that there are many dormant glands in the human body that will be reactivated by your hormone.
Yes, you know I do, and I think you do too.
Maybe I do, Dan. But I can't allow you to experiment on any of our patients.
If you'd only let me try one hopeless case.
You'll have to get their permission, Dan.
The last stages of tuberculosis, it's a matter of hours.
Sarah?
Hello, Doctor.
Here's Dr. Scott, who got your permission to give you the injection. It may not help you, but it can't hurt you. You still feel the same way about it.
Go ahead. What's the difference?
Good. Nurse? A new hormone had been isolated. In a matter of hours, a girl who had only a short time to live refused to die. The first day, a definite return of vitality. The second day, Kyra Zalis took nourishment. The third day, she was sitting up in bed. And by the fifth day, a series of tests revealed the diseased, ravaged lungs of Kyra Zalis were entirely clear. 1 week later, after Kyra Zalis had received the last rites, she was ready to return to society.
Now, what are you going to do when you leave here, Kyra?
I don't know. Dr. Scott's hormone made me well. He made a dog well, then he cured a cat. Then me.
You were a waitress before you came into hospital, weren't you?
Down on Main Street. What happens to the cat now that it's cured? Does the cat go back to its alley?
Well, cats are equipped to survive, Kyra. Why don't you come and stay for a few days at my place? There's plenty of room, there's a wonderful garden, and you would be a big help to Mrs. Shea, my housekeeper.
I'd like that very much, Doctor.
You are a sensible girl. You still look a little green around the gills to me. Nurse, fix me 3 cc's of iron and vitamin B, please.
Right away, Doctor.
Here's Mrs. Shea. We'll build up your appetite in no time.
You're being very good to me, Doctor.
Nonsense. You're a very important girl. Your case is the first of its kind, you know. Thank you, nurse. Just pull up your sleeve, Kyra, will you? It isn't only that I don't want to send her back to where she came from, Dan. I've noticed something else that's happened too often.
What's happened?
I gave her a routine shot before she left the hospital today, and immediately after I gave her the shot, the puncture closed and healed. But you see, we can't let her go now. This case is not conclusive.
Dr. Bach,
Yes, Mrs. Shea.
that young lady you told me was coming out to the house.
Yes.
She never got here.
She never got here.
I tried to call you around 4 o'clock because I was worried, but you were in surgery and I couldn't reach you.
But she left the hospital at noon. It's only 10 minutes from here.
I know.
I'll get that. Hello. Yes, this is Dr. Bach. Kyra Zelis, yes. What about her?
We found your address among her belongings and over $700 in cash. She was picked up this afternoon a block or so away from the unemployment office, a few minutes after they had a robbery.
And you feel you can positively identify this young woman?
Well, she was as close to me as you are. She was skinny, looked sick, had on a blue dress, black stringy hair. She came up to my window, said she had a gun. In these cases, we're told not to argue, so I gave her the money. You saw her, too. Miss Cassidy works right next to me. Wouldn't you say that's how she looked?
Well, you'll have a chance to identify her in just a moment. Sit down, please. You can bring them in now. Which one of you is Dr. Bach?
I am. This is Dr. Scott, my colleague. Kyra Ellis was one of our patients.
Sit down, please.
Thank you.
Step up on the platform and face forward.
She isn't there.
Second girl from the left.
That's impossible. She's blonde and beautiful.
It's the same height, same bony structure of the face.
The blonde girl seems to know you.
The blonde girl, Lieutenant, is Kyra Ellis.
Now, you claim she's Kyra Ellis.
She is.
Other witnesses say she isn't. Well, there's one method of identification that can't be confused.
Dr. Buck, I'm so sorry this happened. I was taking your money to the bank and they locked me up and took it away from me.
Now, let's get this settled once and for all. We'll take Ms. Ellis' fingerprints. We've received a set of prints taken at the unemployment office belonging to the young woman who committed the robbery. If you aren't the guilty person, we'll know it in a moment.
This is ridiculous. Arrested like a common thief, locked up with those filthy people, treated like an animal.
Kyra, I think you'd better do as you're told.
Your right hand, please. You'll be glad to know, Miss Ellis, that we owe you an apology. You're entirely innocent of the robbery. Fingerprints don't lie.
I understand. Mistakes can happen.
If you'll come along with me, I'll see that you're checked out.
Dan, that girl has changed her fingerprints. Whatever mistake has been made has been ours.
Welcome to a new way to communicate. A new source of news, information, and software available through your computer 24 hours a day. This is the official America Online Tour.
Let me show you how America Online really works. You just point and click.
You've got mail.
Hey, I've got mail.
You can send and receive email even across the internet.
I've done that. Really?
Scan the latest headline, browse Time magazine, find out what's on TV with ABC Online, look up facts in Compton's Encyclopedia. You can even explore the Smithsonian right on your computer.
My son gets help with his homework.
Call now for your free trial. You'll get free software and 10 hours of free online time your first month. America Online. It's knowledge. It's power.
And?
Okay, it's fun.
Call now for a no-obligation free trial of America Online. You'll get free startup software and 10 hours of free online time your first month. Call now, 1-800-628-3900.
When life becomes a battleground, your mind is your best weapon. What keeps you from using your mind's potential? What causes unexplained fears and pain? Shattered relationships, lost opportunities? Does it sometimes seem that there's a hidden enemy working against you? There is. It's called the reactive mind. It works against you in life, preventing you from using your full intelligence and ability. The reactive mind is the source of all of your unwanted emotions, self-doubt, and nightmares. There's only one way to get rid of it. Dianetics. Get it, read it, use it, and learn how to free your full potential. Dianetics. Get your copy now, wherever paperbacks are sold, or call 1-800-213-8700.
What time did she leave?
About noon.
Why didn't you try to stop her?
First, it didn't seem my place to. She isn't a child. And when I asked her where she was going, she said it was none of my business. Then she started packing a suitcase.
A suitcase?
I asked her if she had told you she was moving out, And she said, what for? Then I told her that if she didn't phone you, I would. I started for the phone, and she grabbed a hold of me and pushed me across the room. I fell against the wall. I thought she was supposed to be a sick girl.
She was, Mrs. Shea.
I haven't known how to tell you. She has the strength of 10.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Shea. That'll be all. Get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor.
We've got to find her before it's too late. Then, this afternoon I operated on 3 of those guinea pigs that you've been experimenting with, and I found a hypertrophy of the pineal gland. Overdevelopment.
Oh, then the fruit fly hormone activates the pineal gland.
Yes, it's connected to the brain and the nervous system. In man, the pineal gland is embryonic, but not with Kyra. But with a simple operation, we could block off those open passages and make her normal.
If we could just get our hands on her.
I'm afraid we'll have to resort to our brains instead of our hands. Well, Kyra.
Hello.
Mrs. Shea tells me that you moved out.
I came back for a few things.
Did you find a job?
Yes, I have. And an apartment.
You sharing it with another girl?
I prefer to live alone.
Must be a pretty good job.
Yeah, darn good. What kind of a job is it?
I'm a model.
It figures.
It's with the Mallory Agency.
Our chameleon is getting up in the world. When I decided to specialize in biochemistry, I never thought I'd turn out a top fashion model.
How'd you get this job, Mr. Russell?
Kyra Zealous isn't at all hard to follow, Dr. Bach. When she was working for the Mallory Agency, she was seen a great deal with Mallory. Through Mallory, which is natural, she met Greaves, the publisher of the magazine. It wasn't a week before its top cover girl was out of a job. Kyra's got a knack for being charming to the right people at the right time. The wrong people are just a bunch of bowling pins.
I suppose she's seeing a great deal of her new benefactor. What's he like?
Well, this isn't the only magazine he owns. He has a number of big interests, and he's married.
Children?
Mm-hmm.
That all you've got to report?
No, she's on her way here now.
Here? We haven't heard from her since she left.
She took the 3 o'clock train from the city this afternoon.
We're getting low on belladonna and aconite.
So soon? You haven't been taking them internally, have you, nurse?
Hello, Dr. Scott.
Hello, Kyra.
I don't suppose you expected to see me again.
I saw you a little while ago on the cover of a magazine.
Proud of me?
You're a very pretty girl, Kyra.
I should say thanks to you. But then again, why should I? I'm an accident.
You sound bitter.
Not at all. I just happened to have the afternoon off, and I thought I'd come over to the hospital and bring you up to date.
Well, Dr. Bach and I are well aware of your fame, Kyra.
That. I wanted to tell you that I'm going to be married to the man who publishes the fashion magazines.
Well, congratulations. When's the happy day?
Fairly soon. There's a small but temporary obstacle. Very small. And extremely temporary.
Well, a mere detail, I'm sure. Look, Kyra, I'm very busy.
Oh, I won't bother you. It's, just that I had some time to kill.
Well, stay or go, whatever you please.
Your, experiment must be very interesting, Dr. Scott. Is it a new hormone?
No.
I thought perhaps it was. Something you inject into the cat that makes it want to go back to its alley.
Now, look,
You
Kyra.
must have a very bad conscience, Dr. Scott. You're welcome to it. Goodbye now.
Hello, give me Dr. Bach. Please, hurry. Hello, Doctor. This is Dan. Listen, Kyra was just here. She stole a half a bottle of oxalic acid.
That doesn't surprise me. Well, the publisher's wife is an obstacle, and Kyra prefers to use poison to get rid of her instead of trying for an improbable divorce. As I've asked Kyra to dinner, and I want you to come too. Cigarette?
Thank you.
Kyra, I think Dr. Scott is a little bit jealous. You're a very beautiful woman, and we see very little of you.
Thanks for making me beautiful.
And dangerous.
You think I'm dangerous? Maybe I am. Well, I have a train to make. Thanks so much. I've got to get back to the city.
Now, what train are you taking?
The 12:15.
Oh, you'll never make it.
It's after 12 now. Why don't you stay the night? I'll see that you got the first train in the morning myself.
Mrs. Shea,
Yes?
get my room ready. I'm going to stay.
Now, I locked her windows, and I stuffed the other end of this tube under her door, then locked the door from the outside. When I left a lighted candle on her bedside table, when it goes out, we'll know.
And we've got to be careful. This is borderline asphyxiation. We can't let her die.
She won't die if we move quickly enough, but she's got to be under if you want to operate.
I've got to operate, all right. I'll go out on the balcony and watch. When that candle goes out, I'll rap on her window. Then you go in and get her fast.
Right.
Well? Heart, pulse, and respiration normal.
She'll live then.
Yes. You know, Dan, nothing that Kyra has done was her fault. We acted too fast, too rashly.
Well, if we hadn't tried the serum on that dying girl, we wouldn't have acted at all. Wouldn't have found out anything.
That's true. Maybe as a result of this, one day medical science will try again.
Well, what about Kyra? You think she'll go back to her alley?
Who knows? Well, doctors have a right to cure, but not to tamper in human destiny. We've got to let her go.
Dr. Bach, Dr. Scott, I'm leaving the hospital today. I feel so well, so wonderful. I'm sure I'll be able to get along now. And I want to thank you both for everything.
Karen, goodbye.
And good luck.
Thank you.
Our story was fiction. But what are the actual scientific facts of man's ability to adapt to physical pressures and danger? 50 years ago, with the arrival of the automotive age, we were told that the human body could not survive driving in a car at a speed of 20 miles an hour. Today, in aviation and frequently, man does very well traveling at 1,600 miles an hour. And medical science developed surgical operations which can change the human personality and arrest criminal tendencies. Frontal lobotomy restored many criminals to normal life. I'll be back with you in just a moment.
Free flea spray, free flea Now you can get free flea spray and pet shampoo when you call 1-800-TERMINEX for new service and say, free flea spray 5 times fast.
Hello, Terminex.
Fleece flea spray. It's that easy.
1964, London, England. The Beatles live. We proudly present this video performance of The Beatles live. Now available on videotape for you to enjoy at home. Song after historic song, including this rare cut, unavailable on any Beatles record. You know you make me wanna shout. All this on VHS or Beta for only $16.95. Order now.
Contact. Enter the Sci-Fi Channel universe on the World Wide Web. Connect with all things science fiction throughout the internet. The Dominion at sci-fi.com.
You're watching Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
America's favorite bad golfer is back.
That will go down as the greatest shot in golf history.
It's Leslie Nielsen's all-new Bad Golf My Way.
From now on, we are going to play normal, proper golf.
Call now to order. Leslie Nielsen's Bad Golf My Way. It's not how you win, it's how the other guy loses.
Call now to order Leslie Nielsen's Bad Golf My Way. Call 1-800-652-4242.
If bugs are taking over your house, don't do it yourself. Call 1-800-TERMINEX. We can control any bug problem, and nobody offers a better guarantee. Call now before things get carried away. Nobody bugs like Terminex.
I hope you enjoyed our story. We'll be back with you a week from today with another exciting adventure from the world of fiction and science. Until then, this is your host, Truman Bradley, saying, see you next week.
You are watching the Sci-Fi Channel.
The story you are about to see has not happened yet.
Since the beginning of time,
New strain of virus.
man has been at odds with the forces of
Remarkable,
nature.
isn't it? Gotten out of control.
His jetpack acting like a miniature rocket. In control right away.
Communicating with us in the language of cybernetics.
Where yesterday meets tomorrow. Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Truman Bradley. The Bible reveals Genesis 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and every living creature that moveth. Science has tried to discover the manner in which he worked this miracle, but has never succeeded. Scientists think that when the earth was born billions of years ago, the sun was an inferno of exploding gases with temperatures up to 40 million degrees Fahrenheit, a place in which no life could possibly survive. And there is the earth, at the time of its creation, a seething molten mass in which no life could possibly exist. Between the sun and the earth, there was nothing. Only dead, empty space at absolute zero temperature. Here is a container of liquid oxygen, creating extremely low temperature. And here is a bunch of grapes. Positive proof that life cannot possibly be sustained in a temperature of absolute zero. So, our riddle is, how could something have come from a place where no life could survive, the sun, to a place where no life had ever existed, the earth, through space, where no life could be sustained, and yet create life? How was that first living molecule generated? And if we knew how, has man the right to repeat the process of creating life out of no life? That is the theme of the story which you are about to see.
Every day, angels help us and guide us and protect us. But how do we know that angels really exist? The answers can be found in an award-winning new home video, In Search of Angels. No other video presents a more complete, compelling look at angelic beauty and power, and takes you on a fantastic spiritual journey from archangels to avenging angels to guardian angels. Today, more than ever before, people around the world acknowledge the existence of these heavenly beings. According to a national news poll, nearly 70% of all Americans believe in angels. If you believe in angels or a greater force watching over us, then you owe it to yourself to own this remarkable new home video. To order In Search of Angels, call the toll-free number on your screen. Call now and find out why millions of people just like yourself believe in angels.
You're watching Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Every soldier needs discipline, but not more than these. These are soldiers who have learned to tread softly, who have learned to negotiate calmly, who have learned not to use their weapons. These are the United Nations peacekeepers, and their only enemy is war.
What's up, Doc?
Houston, Atlantis, we have capture.
Americans and Russians together again in space for the first time in 20 years. Join them when the Atlantis shuttle docks with the Mir space station on a special episode of Inside Space on the Sci-Fi Channel, Sunday at 10 a.m.
This week on CNET Central, Hollywood makes the internet a star. We'll talk to Sandra Bullock about her upcoming cyber thriller and where you can find her online.
Computers your life, aren't they?
Yes.
And online gaming. See how the internet lets you play opponents anywhere in the world. All on CNET Central. On air, online, interactive.
Tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern.
On the State University campus at 6:15 in the morning, all the rooms of the biophysics building were still dark, all except one.
X2 anode 1, Y2 anode 2, Z ion trap. XA acceleration coil.
Ken.
Anode to acceleration coil. Helium.
Ken.
Coil to cathode 4. 4? That isn't, should be. Cathode 5, that's it.
For the love of Pete, Ken.
What?
Let's quit. Do you know what time it is?
What difference does it make? We're almost through.
You mean another 8 hours?
What's the matter, you sick?
No, I'm not sick.
Then what's wrong?
day this is? It's Sunday. We've worked another 24 hours straight. Well, I'm gonna knock off. You know what? I've been keeping a record ever since that first nutty 90-hour week of ours.
Well, I've been with you every minute of the time, Norm.
Sure, I know you have. I don't know how you do it. When do you rest? What does your wife say? I don't know why she stands for... Here it is. Look, in 1 year and 90 days, we... Ken, in 1 year and 90 days, we haven't worked less than 12 hours a day each. Yeah. 200 days, 18 hours each.
Huh?
75 days, 21 hours each. And 10 days, 24 hours each. 24 is my limit.
You're absolutely right, Norm. Be back at midnight. We get more work done at night.
Oh, no, thank you, Doctor.
Sunday morning. Oh, no. Kate, so help me, I was just reaching for the phone to call you. Don't think I forgot about today. It's Sunday. We had a date to go up to the lake. Swimming, picnic, and a walk in the woods.
This time I didn't forget. I caught a couple of hours sleep here on the couch.
Of course I believe you, darling. Yes, dear, I've got the lunch packed. And I remembered the blanket.
Kate, you do love me, don't you?
Of course, you fool. But I'll stop it if you don't come home to sleep more often. Yes, darling. I'm on my way.
Kate, you got here in a hurry.
Oh, that felt good.
It's almost ready.
It's a lovely day, Ken. The lake will be pure heaven.
What do you think of it? Isn't it a beauty? Kate, just think. I'll be the first person to test this theory experimentally. Norman estimates a generation of 107 photons per second.
Ken, what's a photon between...
Oh, a photon is a particle of light, all energy, no mass.
I meant what's a photon between husband and wife on a summer day?
You see, the photons are heated to 100,000 degrees centigrade as they pass through here. Then accelerated to 5,000 million electron volts and pass here through absolute zero temperature to the target box. Kate, if we get a positive result...
I've been trying to get a positive result from you for the last 5 minutes. Will you kiss me?
Oh. If only we can get an organic compound, some organic compound, that would be creating an organic something from absolutely nothing, from just pure energy.
Can't we talk about it on the way to the lake?
You see, this gun duplicates on a smaller scale what must have happened, millions of years ago.
Oh, Ken, darling.
If only the H-ion concentration would reach a curve. Feels so comfortable.
Oh, Ken, didn't you get any sleep last night? Ken.
Ken, you got it going by yourself.
Started operation at 5:30 this morning.
Wow, you must have stayed up last night, too.
I got some sleep yesterday on the couch. It's going, that's the main thing.
Well, everything seems normal.
All except, careful. The connections on the acceleration coils, there's too much vibration, they work loose.
Oh, why not replace them?
I'll have to stop the gun, I'll lose a whole day.
Ken, this one's about to go. I'll shut her off.
No, tighten it.
Well, if it goes, it'll blow the
Here,
whole...
give it to me, I'll tighten it. What happened?
Tighten it. Photon stream through my hand.
Move it.
Can't.
No more pain?
No, it's numb.
Let's get down to the infirmary.
The photon stream destroyed the muscle structure. How did it happen?
It was an accident while the gun was wide open. Is there a possibility that the muscle will regenerate?
No, Ken. Not a chance.
Ken, even Norman said it wasn't your fault.
Son, doesn't what's happened, this accident, point a meaning for you?
What do you mean?
In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth.
Is it blasphemy to find out how he did it?
Have you the right?
As a scientist, yes.
Are you ready for such knowledge?
My job is only to discover it.
At whatever the cost. Today, Norman's hand, tomorrow, maybe his life.
That's not fair. It was an accident.
And Kate?
Kate? What's Kate got to do with this?
Dad, please.
In my own fumbling way, I've been trying to tell you. You've cut yourself off from a normal way of life, from your friends and me, and from Kate, too.
You mean about yesterday, not going to the lake? Dad, you're talking like a comic book father-in-law.
Please, let's not.
I was never more serious in my life. You've even forgotten your wife.
Kate didn't marry a 9-to-5 executive.
She married a man.
Dad.
Mrs. Donaldson, will you kindly assure my parent that you're happy with me?
Ken, please.
Tell him.
Ken, you're being silly.
Nope. Tell him. What is this? What's between you two? A conspiracy against my work? All right. I'll be careful not to interfere with it.
Ken, where are you going?
Back to the lab to work in peace.
Ah, I see a very large phone bill in your future.
Wait a minute. That's the old way. Why spend a fortune to get the guidance you need when you can speak with your own personal psychic for free?
A private reading for free?
Yes, a free private reading with a live psychic. I didn't believe it at first, but it really is free.
She knew things that no one could possibly know.
Join the ASA membership club and receive a free psychic reading, free daily horoscope calls, free lucky numbers, and valuable free gifts.
It's the advice. I got the job that I was looking for, and it pays a lot more money.
I call for my horoscope every day, and it's free.
I called for my lucky numbers.
Oh, now I see you'll be saving so much money.
For amazingly accurate advice, join the ASA membership club. The first month is absolutely free. Call 1-800-203-2144.
Remember when you didn't lock your door at night? Remember when your streets were safe? Remember when the Earth wasn't threatened by catastrophic disaster? Well, now those safe, secure days are here again with The Adventures of Superman, the collector's edition on video cassette. Your first 3-episode video is yours for only $4.95. Yes, Superman is back with this super video collection featuring his greatest hits. Hits like the all-time favorites, Be My High Voltage Hero, Bullets Keep Bouncing Off My Chest, There's a Hole in My Wall 'Cause of You. But wait, there's more, because with the original uncut episodes, the Man of Steel keeps on delivering the hits. There's Two-Head Two-Step, One Punch Polka, and Fly, Fly, Fly. So act now and get your first 3-episode video of The Adventures of Superman, the collector's edition for only $4.95. And get ready to feel good again. And for the return of truth, justice, and the American way.
To get your introductory video of The Adventures of Superman, the collector's edition for $4.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-523-4477.
In the course of the following month, Kate Donaldson experienced another attack, unknown to her husband. But at last, her father-in-law persuaded her to be examined by Dr. Heinemann.
As soon as your daughter-in-law is dressed and gone.
Any verdict?
Well, it's all rather technical. Why not visit with your husband while I discuss it with Dr. Donaldson?
The verdict isn't good, I guess.
Well, you wouldn't have come to me if you hadn't felt sick.
All right, I'll go to Ken's lab.
She's dying.
What did you find?
A fatal disproportion of the body chemistry. Due, in my opinion, to the malfunction of some gland.
But you can't tell which one.
We'll use a tracer isotope. But even if we locate the trouble, we know so little about the endocrine glands.
You mean we'll know why she's dying, but without being able to do anything about it?
He's gone already? Oh, thank you, Dr. Heinemann.
Kate, honey,
Dad, Ken's found something.
with the photon gun?
You see, with a month of waiting for him, I bought a whole lifetime of marriage.
It's a crystal. Or a near crystal. Maybe a liquid crystal.
It ran 28 days and nights. 5 minutes ago, when Ken looked in the target box, there it was, a little blob of coagulum. Something from nothing. Matter from energy.
Take a look. But they seem to orient themselves in relation to each other. They grow out of each other. And divide.
Like embryonic cells.
Like living matter. It's like... Dad, I think we've done it. You take a look. Kate, we've done it. You see it, Dad? Well, don't you see them? Don't you see the crystals?
I see a crystalline structure, all right, but no growth or movement.
What? They're not moving. Now they're inert. Kate.
It's nothing.
They're moving, I know it.
Ken!
Look, it was alive just a moment ago. Now it's dead. We'll have to get the gun going again.
Ken!
We'll set it to the same conditions. We did it before. We'll do it again.
Will you leave those crystals for a minute?
Just a second.
Will you listen to me?
What's the matter?
Kate.
Kate. Kate! What happened? What's wrong, Dad?
Mostly your blindness.
How could I have failed to see it coming? I've given her so little.
The attack will pass.
Heinemann told me what to expect.
You've got to get some rest.
Norman! Have you gone crazy? I'll turn it off.
No, wait. Wait, I'm not crazy. Ken, you've been gone for 3 days, during which time I've been conducting a little experiment of my own. By increasing the flow of electrons gradually, 3 minutes each day, through my hands.
How did you dare to try this?
Ken, do you remember how the crystals died after 5 minutes?
Yes.
Well, I took some of the crystals, put them back under the gun. They revived.
And your hand?
Well, after the first day's session, I was able to move it. About like so. After last night's session.
Norm, if the gun is able to regenerate destroyed muscle, nervous fiber, why not the cells of any living embryonic matter? Why not gland cells?
Do you mean Kate?
Get hold of Heinemann. Tell him to bring his tracer equipment here. We've got to locate that degenerated gland. Dad, don't ask questions. I'll explain when you get here. Have Kate released from the hospital. Bring her to the lab now.
3 minutes since the injection.
Normal reaction. Normal absorption of radioactive isotope by the pancreas. Normal count.
3 minutes, 30 seconds.
Thyroid. That's it. Well, listen to the counter.
A healthy thyroid should absorb masses of iodide. The counter should react.
5 minutes.
Suprarenal gland.
Is that it? What are you stopping for? What's the matter?
The amount of salt absorbed indicates a degeneration of the gland beyond repair, outside the limits of medical knowledge.
Maybe not beyond all knowledge. Let's get the gun started.
Coming up on 3 minutes.
Turn it off. Come on, Doctor. If the gland has responded at all, it will have thrown off some of the isotope, correct?
And the counter will respond at a lower rate. Perfect. Same as before. Sorry.
Kate, listen to me. I love you. You can't leave me now. I love you, Kate. Do you hear me? I was a fool. I was wrong. I can live without my work, but I can't live without you. Kate. No, try it again.
But Ken.
Once more, try it again. 1 more minute.
One minute.
Turn it off. Doctor.
Something must be wrong with it.
Why? Why must it be wrong? Maybe it's right. Maybe it worked. Doctor, her eyes.
Beat is stronger.
Her eyes are closed.
She's sleeping for the first time. Doctor. We'll let her sleep and see what happens.
It worked for Norman. Maybe it'll help Kate, too.
She responded.
Yes. She responded the second time you turned the gun on after you gave her something to live for.
Did she hear me? Was that it? Or was it the gun?
Your photon stream might well be able to aid in physiological regeneration, but it could never create the will to live. Come on, son. You gotta get some rest.
Our story was fiction, of course. But in fact, biochemists have recently succeeded in synthesizing inorganic gases through an electric spark. But no man has yet been able to create what the philosopher Bergson called the life force. I have no doubt that if and when man achieves this, it will be done only in the Almighty's own good time, and when man is ready to receive such a gift. I'll be back in just a moment.
Introducing Discover the Classics. This superb 3-volume collection has been a bestseller in Europe. Volume 1 presents the most famous love tunes in classical music. Volume 2 features works based on the great myths and legends of history. In Volume 3, you'll hear classical pieces which have become popular in film and television. Over 3.5 hours of glorious music, plus an informative booklet. Order now and discover the classics.
Use your...
And billed as one of the Wall Street Journal's top 10 shows to watch.
This guy's taking over. He's everywhere.
That's our Duck Man. Saturday night on USA.
You're watching Retro TV on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Holy cow, a dragon cake that breathes safe, mysterious smoke. Food that looks like hungry dinosaurs. Introducing the amazing Special Effects Cookbook. Now you can create food that smokes, erupts, moves, sings, and talks. Tickle the kids with a cucumber shark powered by regular food. Make a volcano cake erupt delicious lava icing. Look, a monster in the popcorn. Fruit flowers, even holiday decorations. These safe, tasty recipes are easy to make with regular kitchen ingredients and cost only pennies. The cookbook is fully illustrated for a perfect special effect every time. Order now and receive free special effects recipes for your pets. This garnishing secrets book, food decorator, paring knife, and this amazing musical candle that plays the happy birthday song when lit. Wow!
Credit card orders call 1-800-641-7575 or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $4.95 shipping to Cookbook, Box 4951, Omaha, Nebraska 68104. Remember, this special offer is not sold in stores, so call right now.
I hope you enjoyed our story. We'll be back with you a week from today with another exciting adventure from the world of fiction and science. Until then, this is your host, Truman Bradley, saying, see you next week.
I'm Ben Kingsley, and you're watching the Sci-Fi Channel.
Every day, angels help us and guide us and protect us. But how do we know that angels really exist? The answers can be found in an award-winning new home video, In Search of Angels. No other video presents a more complete, compelling look at angelic beauty and power and takes you on a fantastic spiritual journey from archangels to avenging angels to guardian angels. Today, more than ever before, people around the world acknowledge the existence of these heavenly beings. According to a national news poll, nearly 70% of all Americans believe in angels. If you believe in angels or a greater force watching over us, then you owe it to yourself to own this remarkable new home video. To order In Search of Angels, call the toll-free number on your screen. Call now and find out why millions of people just like yourself believe in angels.